Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the practice pre-game conference for game two tomorrow night. I'll take you live to the pre-game conference right now. Hope we can bounce back in game two and tie up the series before we head home to the Scotiabank Arena on Wednesday for game three.
I am by your side. I am by your side.
Wayfair presents lighting. Get the latest looks with top fixtures at low prices and a huge lineup of floor lamps.
Ryan, you've been in playoffs enough to know what's the key to bouncing back in a game two.
Short memory. I think you talk about it today. You look over what was going right and what was going wrong. You make the adjustments, and you get rid of it. You got to go back, and you got to forget about that game, and you just got to get to work tomorrow.
What's the biggest adjustment you're looking for tomorrow?
We got to stay out of the box. I think we were a little too east-west, not direct enough. This team, they'll make you pay when you make mistakes in the neutral zone. They come at you fast, so you have to be a lot more direct. You got to get in their zone a lot cleaner with a lot more pace. I thought at times we did it, and when we did, we carried the play. But when we started going east-west, it was death for us.
Playoffs are an emotional time. How do you walk the line as a group and find that balance in an emotional game like last night or this series?
Yeah, I think the physicality was right. I thought, for the most part in the scrums we were there. It was just kind of the sticks and the penalties that really didn't have an impact on the play that we have to eliminate. They made us pay on one or two of those, so eliminate those and we're right there.
Challenging keeping your heart rate somewhat under control in those environments with the crowds into it, and just the emotion of game one of the playoffs?
No, I think it's just more fun.
What was your perspective, Ryan, on the play that led to that first Boston goal? What happened there?
I think I doubled down on a hit there. The D was pinching. I think I reacted too slowly to what the D was doing, and just got caught going for a hit, went for 2-on-1.
What do you wonder about this group's ability to bounce back?
I mean, we've done it all year. We've had stretches where we couldn't, win a couple games, we bounced back and strung a lot together. We've had games where we got absolutely waxed and came back the next day really strong. So I'm not worried about the bounce back. It's going to be there tomorrow. Just gotta put it on ice.
Where do you miss William the most? You haven't played without him all season.
Well, I mean, he's a huge part of our team. A guy who can put the puck in the net, guy who can break out the puck by himself. He can carry the play. Does a little bit of everything. You need those guys on the ice, and especially in the playoffs. So yeah, he's missed, and I don't know what his status is. Hopefully he's ready to go, but you want a healthy group for sure.
Have you talked to him? This has got to be tough to be out after playing all year. What's your sense of how he's holding up?
Oh, I'm sure he's disappointed. It's tough. I think no matter who you are, top guy, bottom guy, doesn't matter. I think when you're a guy that plays all year, when you're in the lineup, I think you want to be out there, especially in the playoffs. It's the best time of the year, and I'm sure he's chomping at the bit to get back out there. So I'm sure he's doing everything he can to get out there.
When Brad signed you over the summer, he said one of the great things about you is how you are in the room. So what's your job sort of the next 48 hours to keep the spirits up or to get the guys going?
I mean, we've done a lot of talking. I did a little talking yesterday, I think. Exactly what we just talked about in the first question. Almost the Hakuna Matata kind of motto. You got to, you can't be worried about what happened in the past. You just got to look forward, and I think that's what this group's going to do.
David, what's the key for your line to keep up the momentum that you built yesterday?
I think the key is playing the same way like we played last couple of games. I think we played a really good last couple of games, and keep good forecheck and hunt the puck in the zone, keep the puck in the O zone, and help the other lines to get good change in the O zone.
What's Ryan Reeves been like trying to keep the group light and happy and motivated? What's he like behind the scenes?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's great teammates. It's a lot of fun to be around him. So. Yeah.
What's the key on the penalty kill to tighten that up?
I think we did, like yesterday, first two penalty kills. We did a good job, but yeah, they are a good team. They have good guys on the power play. So if you gave him a lot of chances on the PP, they will probably score. So we have to stay out of the box and try to kill every penalty kill.
You guys were in the same position last year, losing the first game. How do you use that as motivation or as a template to come back this year?
I don't think we are thinking about what was last year. We are trying to focus, like be in the present and focus on the game too.
What's the mood with the team?
I think mood is great, and we had great team meeting, and we are ready for the game too.
Where do you miss Nylander the most? You haven't played without him all season.
Yeah, he's a great player for us. He had good season, and hopefully he will be back.
What's your sense of how he's holding up? It can't be easy. You play all year and then you're out in the playoffs.
Sorry, one more?
How's he holding up? You know, I'm not sure how much you've seen him or talked to him, but like, what's your sense of how he's dealing with this tough situation?
Yeah, I guess it's tough for him for sure. He wants to play. He wants to help the team. So I guess it's tough for him.
David, is there anything about the game last night that surprised you?
I think nothing surprised me. We expect this type of the game. It was high pace, tough game. So nothing surprised me.
Why do you think discipline's popped up maybe as an issue here?
I think maybe we won it like too much, high emotions, and yeah, but we have to be better tomorrow.
Jake, what's the biggest adjustment you guys were looking at for tomorrow's game?
I think just bouncing back and obviously trying to stay out of the box, limit their power play opportunities, get our pace up a little bit more, and for us defense and putting pucks in better spots for our forecheck to get going. And once we kind of got down there in the zone, I thought we did a lot of good things, but we just didn't sustain enough.
Why do you think you guys took too many penalties?
High emotion. I liked our emotion, to be honest. Obviously, you don't want to get penalties, but I thought our physicality was great. Our competitiveness was great. So just finding that line.
Did you feel like something maybe changed for you guys in the third? I mean, did you like your game a little bit more in that period?
Yeah, I mean, obviously at that point in the game, I think Boston's probably playing a little bit more defensively, so there's more opportunities for us to gain entry in their end. But once we did get down there, I did like our game and our pace towards pucks to the net and getting chances created.
What's the mood with the team?
Great. It's a long series. We've bounced back all year, so I don't see why we can't do it again.
One of the reasons Ryan Reeves was brought here over the summer, Brad said, was because he's such a good room guy, a good motivator guy. What's he been like these last 24 hours or so?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, we've all been. I mean, it's one game. I mean, we don't like to look in the past, but we didn't like our first game last year in the first round, and we bounced back in the second game. And throughout the regular season, we've done the same thing. So, you can't sit here and hang your head. You got to get ready for the next night. It's a long series.
Where do you think you missed Nylander the most last night?
I mean, Willie does so many great things for us. Obviously, he can create by himself, frankly, and seemingly out of nothing plays. And he's a threat all over the ice offensively for us, and he kills penalties for us too. So he's a good leader for us in the room. So yeah, in a lot of areas.
Bruins have beaten you guys 8 in a row, going back 2 seasons ago. What does that do for a group, or does it wear on you guys when a team just has had your number repeatedly?
I don't think so. Frankly, I didn't know that stat, so clearly it's not spending any time in my head.
What's your sense of Willie? I don't know if you talk to him, but like it's got to be obviously really difficult to play all year and then you're out in game one. Like, how's he holding up?
Yeah, he's seemed to be in good spirits today, so I'm not going to speak too much on it. Yeah, that's it.
What's the key on the penalty kill? Obviously, you're playing with fire when you take the penalties, but is there any areas you can tighten up in that department?
Yeah, I thought we had a couple good kills in the first, and didn't get it done in the second for us, but just keep making adjustments, and that's what a series provides, especially in specialty teams, is a lot of adjustments.
What have you learned about this group's ability to just bounce back? You guys have had tough moments this season and have responded.
I
You just answered my question. I mean, you answered your own question. We did it all season, so I don't expect why we can't do it again.
What's the key to game 2, bouncing back?
Well, it's just continue to believe in what we're doing, get to our game more frequently, and then clean up the details of the discipline and minimizing the penalties that we take, and then execute better on special teams. That's really it.
Is that a conversation you have to have with the guys, or they kind of know and you just sort of talk about tactics and stuff like that?
In regards to
like a team meeting or something like that.
Yeah, you're talking about
like this morning or after the game.
Yeah, we just had a lengthy meeting. We digest the game. We talk about the things that that we want to do better, things that we did well that we need to do more frequently. And then we just rest today and get back at it tomorrow.
You mentioned last night several times carelessness. Have you been able to come up with a reason for that, or was that arise from stress, or what?
Jeez. Sometimes in hockey sticks rise. We get 2 high sticking penalties last night. That it happens at times. You can't have it happen this time of the year. So that's really it. But these things happen in regular season as well, and you've got to be more responsible with it. I don't think we can make too big a deal out of that. To me, we had 1 penalty that is certainly within our control, and we don't want to take that off the face-off. Yet I love that Max's initiative and his competitiveness and the physicality and the passion that he brought to the game yesterday just crossed the line there, and it's probably more of a reflection of the fact that we're already down 3 at that point. And it's something we talk about, and really, frankly, despite the fact you're talking about it, it goes without saying, that the way the penalties piled up.
Has William been able to skate since you guys have been here?
No updates on Willie.
How is he holding up? Sheldon, obviously, I'm not sure how much you've talked to him, but it's got to be pretty tough. You play the whole year and you're out. What's your sense of how he's dealing with this?
No updates on Willie.
Will you go back to Samsonov tomorrow?
No updates on goaltending.
Sheldon, you guys were in a similar spot last year. What do you draw on from being down 1-0 and how the team fought back last year?
It's a playoff series. It's a playoff series. You got to be able to bounce back. You got to be able to move on, and you make your adjustments and you get back at it. That's really it. I mean, you can't get too worked up about it. Whether the game finishes the way it did last night, or whether we lose the game in overtime, you're still down 1-0. So you've got to be able to deal with it. And we've been through this, and we've bounced back well, and we have an opportunity to do that again tomorrow.
What have you thought of your 4th line? Now, obviously, they got caught out on the first goal, but they get the goal in the 3rd period. What have you thought of Reeves and Camp in particular?
Those guys have been excellent. Those are. If we look at it, like I was saying, to me in our game, the plan going in and the things that we talked about as a group that were really important to us and going to be important in the series. Those guys went out and they executed it well. Yeah, we get a little overexcited with the contact early in the on the first shift there, but those guys worked extremely well together. They forechecked, they got chances, scored a big goal, or at least a goal to get us going in the 3rd period there with a really good process. That line has very clear identity, and they're sticking with it. So that's been really good for sure.
Do you think the power play was a bit disconnected? Is that a byproduct of William being out, or what?
Well, that's part of it, but our power play hasn't been great for a period of time here now. But the 4-on-3 actually was decent. We had some pretty good looks at the 4-on-3 and around the net, and we got some pucks in there. Spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, and that the others just not enough time in the zone, and by the time we got in and got settled, now the guys are a little more fatigued, and then that tends to slow you down in and of itself. So, just being cleaner through the neutral zone on the entries is important, and that would be an area that you would miss Willie in for sure. But the other guys are more than capable of finding their way through that.
How seriously are you considering lineup changes?
No updates on lineup.
What'd you make of Mitch's game?
You know, I thought Mitch made some plays, got the puck to good spots at different times, got some deliveries for us to get the puck at the net. You know, I thought he was like a lot of our game, like a lot of our other guys. You know, at times really good, but need to do it more consistently and more frequently. You know, whether it's him or the rest of our guys or our team, you know, as we've gone through it, our plan and our approach does not need to change. We just need to be able to execute it more consistently and trust it. And the guys who did had success in the game. The guys who didn't have as much.
Tree brought in guys like Revo in the off season for the locker room. What in a moments like this, what have you learned about how he can help the group through tougher times or difficult times?
Yeah, he's got lots of confidence. He's been through it a lot. You know, he's played over 100 playoff games. Those experiences are important, and probably even more important than that, he's really got his own game in order and has a very clear role on the team, and you know, like has the ability to speak up and talk to the group. He was a very vocal guy yesterday. You know, whether it's as a he or Yarncroke or Edmondson, you know, guys who played a lot, and in Edmondson's case have won. You know, you need those experiences, and then we've got a number of other guys, of course, that have, you know, with our team specifically, have been through a lot, and you know, it's a playoff series, so you know we've got to be able to you know, bounce back, but at the same time, not overreact or get over emotional about one loss. You know, you just got to get right back to it and trust your group.